So this is my DSARI dorm energy audit. My name is Arya Chobe. So this is my table of contents, and let's start with background. So across America, energy makes up a large portion of total residential sector energy consumption, and of all this consumption, 29% of this goes to things like lighting, refrigeration, and all other, which is basically just electronics like computers, laptops, phones, and kettles and Keurigs, things like that. Specifically in dorms, it ranges from 39 to 311 kilobtus per square foot on average, the energy usage, and the median is 127 kilobtus per square foot. But in Minnesota specifically, it ranges more from 61 to 120. In my dorm, so my dorm is 191 square feet, so I took that, multiplied it by the kilowatt hours per square foot average to get my estimated total consumption, which is 7,107.11 kilowatt hours per year, which is around almost 600 kilowatt hours per month. So for the audit, here are my devices, and I included photos of the ones that I couldn't fit in with the measurements at first. And this is my time log. It's just where I measured everything, and then after I'd gathered all my information at the end of the week, I would divide it by 7 to get the average daily use. So how'd I do it? Well, every time I turned on one of my devices, I would start a stopwatch on my phone, and after I finished, I would pause the stopwatch and write the time elapsed down in my notes app. And at the end of the day, I'd add up all the times I used a device and put it into my official timetable, which is the one that was just here. Lucky for me, I don't have a roommate, so I was responsible for all the consumption. So it was easy to measure. Now the analysis. Ta-da, big number. My estimated energy usage for a kilowatt hours in kilowatt hours is 463.68 per year. But let's take a look at the data because this is a large number with a lot of factors going into it. So this is my electricity use audit. And I have my friend Tyler's dorm on there as well because I didn't have enough appliances to measure by myself, but I made sure every time I was using a microwave, blender, Keurig, or a lamp, I would be doing it in his room, so the numbers should be accurate. So for constant power devices, I would measure the power times the device, there's an example of it right there. And then for variable power devices, because I couldn't just measure I could just measure it like that, I took the measured kilowatt hours in total and then divided it by the time the meter measured it for. And then I would multiply it by 24 because I'd take that kilowatt, multiply it by 24 to get the kilowatt hours per day, and then I just multiply it by another 1,000 to get the watt hours per day. For light bulbs, even though they are consistent power devices, I took the wattage, multiplied it by the times the device was used for to get that one because I don't need a watt meter. So how does my energy use compare? So my electricity energy use is 78% less than the overall lowest 5% kilowatt hours per year of total energy use, 93% less than the median average, and 97.5% less than the highest 95%. But I wasn't taking into account that was my electric energy use. So my total energy use is expected to be around 1,598.89 kilowatt hours per year, which is 77.5% less, which is a little bit more accurate of a number than the other one, which was around I think 95. And my electric bill would cost an estimated $5.65 per month because average retail price for electricity in Minnesota is $16, 16 cents per kilowatt hour. So this is the averages that I could find of all the devices I used, and this is the wattage for my devices specifically. And some of the devices I have are slightly less, which might have contributed to my low number. My low total energy use. And there's some things that I couldn't use in my audit, like my laptop, my phone, and my dorm ceiling light, because they are variable devices, or I could pretty confidently calculate my usage of them without needing a meter, so I didn't think I should use them. And then my dorm ceiling light, I just couldn't find the make and model, even though it's probably the biggest contributor, so I couldn't accurately measure. So my takeaways are I can contextualize and quantify my energy usage, conduct electricity audits, calculate wattage for different types of devices, and I can understand how different devices use energy. However, I think next time for my variable device, I'm going to let the watt meter run longer, and then I'm going to let my hair air dry longer after washing, but buy a more energy efficient refrigerator and choose the dining hall more often because those were my fridge was my largest energy device user. It was 88% of my total use. And then my electric hairbrush is second most, and I use it twice a week for around 25 minutes, which I could do less if I had let my hair dry or bought a more energy efficient refrigerator. And then dining hall, like everything else I measured was for food related things. So if I wasn't like, I was going to the dining hall, then I wouldn't need to use those, and that would be less. Thank you so much. These are my list of references. I hope you enjoyed. That was my energy audit.